Now in this week's video, beauties, we're going to be getting into a little bit of a sweatpant jorts situation. I'm Gigi, and this is Gigi's Flavor of Life, and here I share my unique style to help you discover yours. Welcome into the closet to all the new beauties, and of course, hey girl, hey, to all of my returning beauties. Thank you all so much for stopping by the closet this week. Before we get into this week's looks, beauties, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do not miss an upload. Now, you might be saying, sweat jorts? Girl, it's cold outside. But I feel like sweat jorts, or any jorts for that matter, if you put them away, girl, pull them back out, because it's such a great opportunity for us to still wear our boots, our thigh high, knee high, colorful socks, all of those things. So I had my eye on a pair of these. I was, like looking at different magazines and looking at different things for a little bit of inspiration and what I wanted my fall / winter rack to look like on my closet or my wardrobe. And I knew that I wanted to style a pair of these sweat jorts, but girl, I don't have any. So I was like, what am I going to do? Now, I always have an issue with sweatpants. Now, tall girlies come to the front. Now, I love you short beauties as well, but this is a tall girl problem. I order a pair of sweatpants. They always seem to be really great quality, the majority of them, but it seems like after a while they always shrink, like the length of them. They all become like flood pants, high waters. So in the back of my mind, I was like, I got this really great quality, like the material is great quality on this pair of sweatpants that I have, but girl, they are capri pants at this point. So I decided to cut them and turn them into a pair of jorts. So let's see what we all came up with I got 4 looks for y'all, and I love all 4. So let's get into the looks. So in getting these looks together, I knew that I wanted to wear a lot of boots. So that's what I had in mind. And with this look, I had a pair of boots in particular that I didn't wear really at all last year. I feel like I wore them once the winter before last winter. And I knew that I wanted to wear them, and I also knew that I wanted to style a blazer. So we pulled out these beautiful pair of, and I have the outfits over here on my phone if you see me looking to the side. I have these amazing all white combat boots from Doc Martens. So I don't really wear these enough, and I do love them, so they'll forever be inside of my wardrobe. And I feel like it's a boot that I don't ever really see. So I wanted to make sure that I wore these more than once this winter. So I grabbed them, and I knew that I was going to be going for pretty much a sort of a little bit of a pattern on pattern monochromatic situation with all blue. Well, not all blue, but like blue tones for this particular look. I knew I wanted to do a blazer. I have this blue blazer that was thrifted from 2nd Avenue Thrift. I threw on a button up just to make it a little bit more elevated. And I grabbed a bag that I don't ever really wear. She is like tucked away in the back of the depths of my closet. This is a tote bag from Anya Heinmark that I purchased the very first time that I went to Europe from Harrods. And I feel like this pocketbook brand is a brand that I don't ever really hear about, and the quality of this bag is amazing, especially it has a cute little saying on the inside of the coin pocket. And it has a nice little pop of that neon green, which is like the little bit of a pop for the whole outfit. I threw on a colorful sock that has like an animal print pattern, but it's in like a bluish tone, almost like a royally blue and navy blue as well. And I accessorized with silver accents. I mean, I'm really loving these jorts. I'm sure you're probably going to see them a little bit more in the rotation this winter, because like I said, they're comfortable, they're warm. I do have on long johns underneath. Oh, this is the look. She's comfortable. I can go shopping in her. I can pick up the kids from school in this look. I can have a cocktail. I can even wear this to like a casual little dinner situation with my girlfriends, or cocktails with my girlfriends if I wanted to. And I feel like I am wearing sweatpants, but it's a little bit more elevated. It's a good look. What else can I say? So let's get into look number 2. Now, mind you guys, with these looks, I am always trying to, like I do with my weekly rack series, I am always trying to search for things that I'm not necessarily wearing as much as I should. And in this video, like I said before, with styling these outfits, I was more so focused on my boots because I feel like I just didn't pull a lot of these boots out enough last winter, if at all. So this next look, these boots, oh my God, I love these boots, and I have been very intentional about wearing them this season, and it is a pair of Donald Pliner riding boots. I just love a good riding boot. The quality on these boots are, child, they are 10 out of 10. They really are really great quality. They're comfortable, and like I said, if you watch my my weekly What's on the Rack series, I wore these in that last bit of outfits, and I purchased these boots so long ago, and it just goes to show you, like, purchasing really good quality things will never go out of style, and you'll have them literally forever. So these boots, I've had them forever. I got them from Nordstrom. I can't even remember, you know, when I purchased them. I know it was a really long time ago. So I know I wanted to wear these boots. And I wanted this look to just be like comfy, casual sort of a look. So I went into the backs of the depths of my closet and pulled out a sweatshirt. This sweatshirt is from H&M from a few seasons ago. And then we didn't want to go all the way to like comfy, cozy looking. So I put on a white button up, and this white button up is thrifted. It was a brand new Ralph Lauren polo shirt that I found in the men's section at 2nd Avenue Thrift. And I threw on a large pair of gold hoops to add a little bit of shimmer, a little shimmer there, as well as my Coach frame lock bag. I threw a little glittery French fry charm on her to add a little bit of pop of color. We got the brown boots, we got the brown bag, and she's comfortable. She's comfortable and she's also warm, but I am also wearing some of the things that I haven't been wearing, like these boots. I did not wear them at all last winter, and this particular sweatshirt, I don't believe, maybe I wore it like 1 or 2 times last year. So I love this outfit. You guys will be seeing various iterations of this outfit on repeat for sure. And it's also another way to like elevate a sweatshirt. We don't always have to wear a sweatshirt in sort of like a loungy sort of type of way. So throw a button up on underneath them, put them on with, even if you have a sweatpant, it doesn't have to be a sweat jort. I feel like would lend towards more of an elevated look of your sweatshirts. So let's get into look number 3. Beauties, look number 3. And if you've been hanging around here, girl, you've seen these shoes, and I have been so intentional about wearing these shoes this fall winter. It is the Achilles heel from Stephen Madden, and they're in a color, they look gray, but on their website they're calling it light blue. And of course, guys, if any of these things are still available, I'll link them below, or something similar. If I can find something similar, I'll of course link it below. Now, I knew that I wanted to do a bit of a monochromatic gray look when I cut these shorts. When I cut the sweatpants into shorts, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do an all gray look. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I know I want to do an all gray look. So I went back into the depths of my closet again, and I pulled out this beautiful sweater that I picked up at a Ula Johnson sample sale some years ago. Paired it with the gray jorts with the Achilles heel that is gray. I threw on a pair of, believe it or not, these are like the long john tights, and they have like that grayish blackish kind of, they have a little bit of black weaved into them. And because it is the depths of winter, it's still fall, but it feels, girl, today I think it's like 21 degrees outside. It's not even winter yet. I put on a pair of I put on a pair of leg warmers. And you know what? And in putting this particular look together, like I always tell you guys, Go into your closets, pull things out, try things on. And it's one of the things that I talk about in my weekly What's on My Rack videos. By doing what is on your rack and preparing your wardrobe, it helps you decide what your wardrobe is missing. And in this particular outfit that I have here, I knew that I wanted to put on leg warmers and I wanted to do an all gray look, but I didn't have any gray leg warmers. I only had black. So in the back of my mind, I'm saying to myself, oh, I got to get some gray leg warmers because they would be of really great use for me this winter. So I think I'm going to add a pair of gray leg warmers. And I'm thinking about also adding a pair of like that ballet pink leg warmers. So we paired this whole look with the black leg warmers because, girl, that's what we had. And we're going to wear our things because that's what we do around here in the closet. And I threw on a little tiny Kurt Geiger mini bag with the Ulla Johnson puff sleeve sweater that I picked up at the sample sale. And that is our third monochromatic gray look. I don't know if this look is my most, I don't know. I don't want to call any of them my favorite because I really do love all of the looks. And like I said, you will most definitely be seeing this look again. You know, beauties, when I was styling up these jorts, or when I was cutting the jorts, really, actually, I was thinking to myself, like, how do I want to style the pants? You know, I want to make sure that I'm using them in my wardrobe in a variety of ways. I want to be able to dress them up. I want to be able to have a very relaxed look. I want to be able to wear them in a whole myriad of ways. You know what I mean? So I want to make use of them, and I want to make sure that I am using my things and not just buying things, you know, and not using them. So I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Me and this phone, y'all, I feel like I always forget to do not disturb it, and it's always just a pinging up a storm when I'm going to go record these videos. But anywho, I digress, and like I was saying, I just wanted to make sure that I was utilizing these shorts in anything in my wardrobe for that matter, and not just consuming things and not, you know, wearing it one time and things like that. I'm trying to be very intentional about that particular thing. So in styling these, I wanted to make sure I styled them in a myriad of ways is basically what I'm trying to say. So I wanted to make sure that I did a bit of a dressy sort of look with these jorts. Now, in my head, I'm thinking like, can they be dressy? How am I going to do it? Well, we did, and the look is gorgeous. We pulled out our fold over boots by Stephen Madden that we purchased some winters ago, 2 or 3 winters ago at this point, and I think I only wore them one time last year. So again, I'm trying to be intentional about wearing the things that I own. And then in my brain, I'm thinking like, okay, I want to play with a little bit of texture, and I also want to play with a little bit layering. And so I grabbed a sheer sleeve top that I picked up from Forever 21 1,000 years ago. And then I have this really cute tunic I believe I picked this tunic up from Zara some seasons ago, but it is also another piece that I really do love that I don't wear enough. And because it is sleeveless, sometimes I forget that, girl, you can layer her. And I've only been really wearing her in the warmer months, but I want to make sure again that I am wearing my things. So I wanted to play with a little bit of texture, and I wanted to play with a little bit of layering. So I threw on the over the knee boots because we wearing our boots this winter season with the jorts. Now remember, I want to make them a little more dressier, and I'm also playing with a little bit of texture. So I got the see-through on the sleeves. And then we have this tunic, which we're also playing with a little bit of shape because she's long. We have it cinched a little bit on the waist, but it also has a hood, which is amazing and making us look a little bit more mysterious. I added a cute little clutch, and of course we're going to accessorize. I just did one earring. Very much giving Janet Jackson. And that, beauties, is our look. Now, of all of these looks, I want to say that this look, I did put on a pair of sunglasses with it, but of all of the looks, I think this look kind of surprised me the most. She's very chic, by the way. She's cool girl chic for sure. I feel like I can wear this look to a fancy dinner. Not like super, super fancy, but definitely a cute little fancy date night dinner. She can be worn to it, even though they are jorts. Now, I just love all of these looks, guys, and I'm so happy that I decided to save the high water shrunken sweatpants and cut them into jorts. It's like one of the best ideas that I've had so far this fall winter as far as my wardrobe is concerned. And you know, I'm just trying to figure out ways that I can save the things that I have and wear the things that I have and not really be, I guess, wasteful. You know what I mean? So those are the looks, beauties. I enjoy very much in creating these looks for you guys and for myself as well, because like I always tell you, you know, it's not just about it. Of course, it's mostly about giving you guys inspiration, but I also learn a few things along the way while I am playing in my closet as well. Like I said, I realized that I have a hole in my closet, which is I need leg warmers, the gray leg warmers, possibly the pink. We'll see where they fit into my wardrobe, but it is a piece that I know that I'll definitely be wearing, and that will also allow me to extend the life of a lot of things that I have in my wardrobe. You know me, I'm a cold girly. You know, it will allow me to wear a lot of my high heel shoes during this winter, or a lot of the jorts that I have this winter. I do have another pair of jorts that I have in mind. And even like your mini skirts, like if you want to wear your mini skirts or your short dresses, or even like your long dresses, but you're like, it's cold outside, child, a good pair of leg warmers will get you right on together. So I hope that you beauties enjoyed the looks in this video, because I, my dears, have enjoyed putting them together for you. And believe you me, you're going to see these looks. You'll definitely see these looks again. Now I gotta get out of here. Thank you, beauties, so much for stopping by the closet. And as you know, I'm about to go get me a little snack or something. I probably make me a little girl dinner charcuterie board. And I'll see you, beauties, in next week's video. Bye. Mwah.